Hello, good morning. My name is Kapil and I'm Chief Executive Officer with FiveS Digital. I would like to thank IAOP for this wonderful summit. It's been a great experience listening to a lot of conversations around over the last couple of days. So IS20 is a great initiative by IAOP, and I really thank Debbie and her team to put this together. So I think from a business perspective, let me give you a quick brief about who we are, where are we present. So, FiveS Digital is an 11-year-old company, bootstrapped and running on its own for about 11 years now. We started as an impact sourcing company while the term did not exist at that point in time. Uh, we started in a basement with about 12 people, and it started with house helps. So, some women, some girls, some boys who were going to school, uh, they were looking for some funding and resources so that they could continue their education, and that's how we started in 2009. And today, 11 years down, we are close to about 1,800 people, and we are growing. Started from a small town of Rajasthan, a place called Udaipur. We are now present in five different states across India, down south, west, further down southwest, east, and central India. So, in terms of the work that we do, it's been a phenomenal journey. We started as a pure play, bottom of pyramid BPO to moving up the level now and adding strong value proposition for our clients who work with us, whether they are based out of India, whether they are based out of Europe, or whether they are based out of Middle East, or be it in the US. It's been a great experience so far. What I would really like to talk about today is delivering business value with sustainable impact. Now, why am I talking about business value? It's basically because, as a client, if you are listening to this conversation or this talk, as a business, it is all about the value that the business gets out of an engagement. And this is the most important parameter uh, anybody's performance gets measured. So, what impact sourcing is all about? It's not about delivering impact, it's about delivering business value, and I'm talking about how to add impact in a sustainable manner on top of it. And that's what impact sourcing does. And that's what we at 5S have been doing. Now, talking about a very important aspect that I felt is going to be very important for any business to understand. There is a myth about impact sourcing, or for that matter, DNI, diversity and inclusion, that it's part of CSR for any business. I beg your pardon, no, it's not. Impact sourcing should be considered as business as usual. Why business as usual is because of the fact that we are not doing anything for charity. What we are doing here is, why ensuring the delivery of key business parameters, we are making sure that there is an impact which is visible on people who are actually doing the work at the ground level. So, intellectual, yes, people are intellectual. We make sure that our training programs, our alliances, our partnerships ensure that the people that we employ come up the curve and are at par with best in business. Targets, none of our clients have given us different targets than any other partner that they have. The target remains the same. For some of our clients, if I may quote, in terms of data annotation business, we have been achieving 97, 98% accuracy, depending on the kind of programs that we run, irrespective of the industry, right? In terms of digitization, we have in fact helped our customers reduce cost by 30 to 40%, not just by uh, deploying resources who come cheap, it's by adding value to the business, by ensuring that we are putting right technology in place. It's not just human intervention that we are talking about. It is about human and technology going the distance together. And while doing so, we are focused on adding another matrix to the business, which is people matrice, which is human centric matrices. And that's all about how we deal or how we hire the people who are going to work for you. What kind of people do we hire? And that's one of the reason that we have been pretty excited to be part of this conversation today. And also GISE, the Impact Sourcing Coalition, we have been talking a lot about how do we get there, being part of corporate responsibility, wherein you bring the community together that works for any business's growth. At the same time, the community, families, and individual are having a positive impact. Now, as a business, what kind of impact am I talking about? The impact that I'm talking about basically has various dimensions. It is in terms of money, it is in terms of education, it is in terms of skill set. Now, what is the skill set of a person who joined us at the bottom level, and where does he or she grow? So we are focused at FiveS, we are purely focused on bringing women up the curve who are from rural or tier 3, tier 4 smaller towns. Those of you who know India, it's a diverse country with more than 100 languages spoken across, people coming in from different background, people coming in from different part of life, looking at various challenges that they have had and trying to do something which can help them endure, which can help them sustain. So it has been pretty exciting journey for us and for many of our clients. I'm going to talk about one of the client case study as well towards the end of this conversation, uh, which we have seen grow, and the client has been extremely happy with the added metrics of how many lives or community have you impacted by working with us. So just think about that and see, am I really compromising on my business values? No. Am I really compromising on my business goals? No. What am I getting in return? I'll talk about that. Now, about 5S, if I look at what are the key aspects with regard to business that we measure or we work on. So if I talk about client matrices, think, you know, we have had 95% client retention rate till date, 11 years. You know, and the clients who left us basically left because most of them are either not existing today or this is not the relevant market for them. And 95% client retention, where we've got clients from India, US, Europe, talks about itself, right? In terms of performance, as I said, our performances have been at par with tier one delivery centers, whether it is about contact center performance, when we are talking about chats, emails, bots, calls, or whether it is about digital transformation services, where we implement bots, where we are talking about AI, ML, machine learning data sets, where we are talking about moving up the ladder, whether it is finance and accounts, whether it is shared services. Our performances have been at par, wherein we process more than 150, 200,000 transactions every day. If I just talk about back office transactions, and this too with the help of technology, we've got a pretty solid in-house technology team that helps us build that strong support arm so that we can deliver value to our customers. So, and then again, it's not just about uh, how it is done. We have a great example, somebody who was a data entry clerk with us. He graduated and he is now working with us as a software developer. So this is the kind of impact that we are involved in. So from client perspective, what do you get in top? In addition to that, it's a positive impact on bottom line because we operate from locations that are cheaper. People who come here stay with us for longer, and the overall cost of ownership for you as a business goes down. So that means we help you improve your bottom lines by reducing your cost of operations, whether it's your shared services, automation initiatives, or for powering your machine learning algorithms. In terms of people matrices, so far we have been able to impact 3,000 plus families, and that's a great feat. And we are looking for 10,000 more over next few years. Now, what impact sourcing does is that because the job comes to people where they belong to, migration is put to some breakers there. We have seen 40% lesser attrition as compared to tier one player. Now, what it does to the business is that it reduces the churn rate. Now, reducing the churn rate means reduces the cost of training efforts, reduces quality risk because somebody who has already been into the system understands the systems really well. And the risks with regard to quality are going to be fairly on the lower side. So that's a great win-win. And skill set and education level for people and their relevance improves. So, our people have come in at grade 12 and they have been working with us at a postgraduate level, or even when they left, they could fund their own education. So, this is the kind of impact in terms of people motorized we have. In terms of technology, automation, AI, machine learning at core, omni-channel solution, all those things have been worked out, right? So, it's not that an impact sourcing company is inferior by any ways. No, it's not. We are going to compete with our own quality standards. We are going to compete and get better off our own levels whenever it comes to business volume. One of our clients asked us to improve our quality of back office transactions to 99.9% at a field level. And I'm extremely proud to say that the team did it, right? And this is again not just by human intervention, human plus technology. So if you are thinking that human plus technology is the way forward, which actually is, then talk to us or any other impact sourcing player. We can come handy with it. We are agile, we are fast, we are quick, right? What is some of the data matrices that I would want to talk about when it is about what do we really measure? So if you see, in just 1 year, we have hired more than 600 impact workers. 4% are differently able people. 55.9% impact workers were hired in last 1 year. Now, what is the definition of impact workers? You can go to GISC and you can check that out. People who are long term and unemployed, less than 22 years, women, differently able people. Right? So we hired 11.5% people who are long term unemployed. Even in our promotions, not by virtue of because we have got a bias, by virtue of their own performances, 53% people who are promoted were impact workers. And just in 1 year, we have deployed 72,000 of training efforts. So this is all about having your business being driven along with impact measurements around. And these numbers are real numbers. You can talk to us anytime. And if you have any questions with regard to how do we measure it, if you want to measure and you want to ask those questions, please feel free to have a chat box option being enabled in the app, or you can write to us. The last point that I want to talk about with regard to impacts aspect is the case study. Quick one. This is about a client that we've been working with in Europe, Input for You, and we started in 2012 with them as a business continuity planning partner with a very small team of 7 people and doing just mailroom services. This is 2020, it's been 8 years, and we are growing. We are close to about 160 people working with them across various industries, uh, doing financial transactions, accounts payable, accounts receivable, working with some of the leading retail giants, handling the entire back office operation for a number of hospitals out there, working on a lot of efforts that we are putting in on insurance industry, looking at claims, education, and stuff which are very important for the client as well as us to grow in this digital journey. So whether it's about implementing a solution, whether it's about integrating with their system through API, whether it's about data annotation, looking at LiDAR, 2D, 3D, we are doing it all. And this is a strong testimony of how partnerships can work. So just wanted to bring this up here and see if any of these can actually be taken back to your business, whether you work with us or you don't work with us. If at all you feel that there is some difference that you would have with regard to your business, I just wanted to break that myth that it's not. So we ensure as FiveS that we deliver value while ensuring that we are measuring impact. And why not add that to your own numbers? And you just take pride in saying that a responsible sourcing with a partner helped you grow. So that's it from my side today. Thank you so very much for listening to me and watching. Wish you a great New Year and Christmas. Thank you.